Chapter 4. Blurred Negatives. 01. A World at a Standstill. Hey, this photo. You actually took a secret photo of me and kept it here? Yun picked up the frame from the desk, his tone surprised and carrying that specific hint of boyishness. In the photo, his shoulders looked broad, his back steady and mature, yet he was showing a sliver of excitement only I could see because of some trivial matter. I thought it looked good, so I took it. I avoided his gaze, my tone flat. Since it's such a good photo, I'll let you off this time. He laughed and put the frame back. The remaining sunset outside dyed the room a dried blood red. The reflections on the glass surface flickered, as if tirelessly trying to awaken memories that had been buried. Since he left, the world has kept spinning. The pendulum didn't stop, the seasons still changed, but in my eyes, everything had frozen at that exact moment. Preliminary findings, severe pulmonary aspiration, and multiple head trauma. Time of death, approximately 2 to 3 hours ago. At the rainy river mouth, police tape cordoned off the noisy crowd. I stood in the icy wind, watching that body covered in white cloth being slowly lifted into the ambulance. I didn't cry. I just stared blankly as the taillights disappeared into the curtain of rain. If only we had never met, how much better that would have been. 02. Body memory. Bye. You okay? You're crying. Yun's voice pulled me back to reality. I instinctively touched my cheek. My fingertips were wet and cold, though I couldn't tell if it was sweat or tears. Don't worry. I'll contact you after graduation. Don't be sad. Yun thought I was upset about our upcoming departure and gave me a big, hearty hug. It felt strange. My chest felt like it was missing a piece, yet I couldn't remember what exactly was lost. Some things the brain forgets, but the body remembers with a vengeance. Lately, I keep having the same dream. A never-ending rainstorm. A person falling into the rapids. Upon waking, the memory thins out quickly, leaving only an indescribable sense of loss. I thought it was just hallucination from the pressure of graduation after all. I was busy preparing for a university, 03, blurred focus. At a university's open day, the crowd went wild for the HNE band. I stood outside the auditorium, listening to the familiar melody. It was the only solace that had gotten me through that oppressive time. The wind suddenly picked up, leaves dancing like startled birds. In the vast sea of people, I saw an exceptionally tall figure. He stood to the diagonal right, his back standing out in the boisterous crowd, as if he were the center of the painting and everything else was just background. I instinctively raised my camera. The moment my finger hit the shutter, a girl from behind accidentally bumped my elbow. Sorry. It's okay. When I refocused, the person had disappeared. All that was recorded on the film was a blurred afterimage, chaotic, out of focus, yet imbued with a familiarity that stirred a cocktail of emotions in me. 04. Overlapping dreams and reality. On orientation day, I recognized him at first glance. The adjacent student IDs, the dorm rooms across from each other, even that soul-deep familiarity was identical. But he had changed. He quickly became friends with everyone in the class, yet he showed a deliberate coldness toward me. He didn't speak to me first. He even avoided eye contact. I didn't understand why being cold, shouldered specifically by him, made me feel such a sharp sense of hurt. What? When the professor announced the groups, his reaction was almost insultingly large. Did he really hate being paired with me that much? You don't need to worry. I'll finish my part, I responded coldly. But this assignment requires 2 people working together. Yun sighed, his nice guy persona back online. He was always like this, unable to refuse a request. I thought perhaps this was an opportunity to clarify this muddy emotion. However, the dreams became clearer and more gruesome. In that torrential rain, I reached out my hand trilance. The blurred face beneath the water finally surfaced. It was Yun. I woke up from the nightmare, drenched in cold sweat. And this time, Reality took over the terror. A rapid, frequent knocking came from my door. The timing was hauntingly precise. I took a deep breath, walked over, and pulled open the door. Standing outside was the person who had just died countless times in my dreams. He was panting, looking at me with a complex gaze, and the muddiness in my heart, the second I saw him, miraculously settled.